What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch the first episode of My Hero Academia, a new show for the channel. I have not heard anything about this. I don't know anything. I don't know any characters. I don't know any plot lines. I don't know anything. I'm pretty sure it's shonen. I'm pretty sure, like, if I'm comparing it to, like, I don't know, a show like Monster and then a show like One Piece, it's closer on the goofiness scale to One Piece, I'm pretty sure. I think I've already said, I think it's like classic shonen, you know what I mean? Sort of semi-childish, but not that that's bad. Okay, I'm sure that has serious moments and amazing storylines. And I'm hyped for it. I will say a lot of mixed reactions whenever I've spoken about My Hero before with people. Some people think it is the peak of anime. Others think that it is mid. So I'm here to judge that for myself. I'm very excited for it. I don't have any, like, I don't know. This is probably the most popular anime that I know absolutely nothing about. This may I don't know. Jujutsu Kaisen, is Jujutsu Kaisen more popular? I don't really know. But I'm ready to get into it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting for any longer. So if you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full-length uncut reaction up on Patreon, and if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Let's get into it. I like the animation style. I will say, I've seen, I don't know any character names, but I've seen character, damn. Everyone's got some, like, devilish powers. Deku. Okay, that's the main character. I've seen, this green-haired guy, and I've seen a couple, safe to say it, cosplays, you know what I mean? But that's literally all that I've seen.
弱い4歳にして知った社会の現実。そして僕の最初で最後の挫折だ。
It's a society where people have superpowers. And, you know, I never really broke down My Hero Academia, but now that I'm thinking about it, I would assume that it has to do with a superhero school. Now that I'm Tatooine Station, is that a Star Wars reference? I've not seen Star Wars, but let me see this opening. I'm a nerd for openings, so that may be his idol. Oh, and let me know also. I'm gonna watch the first one. Please, if the openings in this show are too spoilery, like way too spoilerly, please let me know. It's one of those things, because I never watched My Hero Academia, I never really thought about what it's about. But now that I'm thinking about it, obviously, like, yeah, it's probably about someone going through hero school. So it's so early, I can't even make any predictions. Either he's going to be the main antagonist, or it's going to be what I would probably predict. They'll be more like allies that don't like each other at first. Oh, I hope we find out the cause. Oh, we're definitely gonna find out the cause. You write my notes. I would hate to, not hate, I would love to quote the best villain in Pixar history. But if everyone has superpowers, does that really make anyone super? This show's gonna have some goofy superhumans, man. Quirk. That's what they call powers, quirks. Again, I didn't really have any expectations, but It's kind of crazy too. All these bystanders. It said 80% of humans have quirks. So I would assume that these people in the that are bystanders also have superpowers, like this weird looking gentleman. Animation's been great so far as well. I didn't see what studio made this. Oh, it's gonna be interesting too, because this is an interesting society. Because in any superhero media I've seen, like, yeah, obviously there's superheroes, but 80% of people have superpowers. That's a insanely large amount of people who have superpowers. It has got to be so normalized. A very One Piece like show in this regard. Honestly, maybe even worse already. Well, that's also. I also like the fact that there's comic books in this world. You know, in some sort of zombie medias, zombies never existed. So I like that. Oh man, maybe it's he doesn't have powers, so they haven't come in yet. I don't know if they're all born with it, or maybe some of them get it later in life. Katsuki. This is the rival. Do I call him Katsuki or Bakugo? Bakugo sounds kind of cooler. Oh, this guy's got a main character syndrome. All Might. Okay, I would a lot of assuming in the first episode, you know what I mean? It's what you kind of do. All Might is the top superhero. What are his powers? Blowing stuff up? Quirkless. Is that a slur in this? Funny transition. Oh my god, dude. Already, I love how unique these character designs and powers have been. Oh, that guy looks like a pure villain, man, with that hair. Oh. I was wrong! Looks kind of like a superhero now. Come on, man. Man up! Deku seems very passive so far. Oh man, I bet there's like doctors with like healing powers that make a lot of money. It's crazy how like something I would like this world, the world building to focus on. There are certain pieces of media that have magic or powers, and they don't really utilize them how it would be used. That makes sense. Not in a realistic way. And because of how common superpowers are in this world, I would hope that that is definitely taken advantage of. I don't know if he's going to get powers or he's just going to train really hard, but I cannot wait for the day that this gentleman, Deku, becomes somewhat of a badass. A big All Might fan, so he's been like the big superhero for probably what, like 20 years, maybe? YouTube. They got the debut of All Might on screen. Oh man, he is an utter fanboy. What year was this made? What year did the manga start, and what year did the anime begin? I would appreciate it if anyone would let me know. I would hope that this is kind of a don't meet your heroes sort of situation, where he actually ends up meeting him, and it does not go well. Power. So it does take a little bit for people's powers to manifest. That is a really... some people, like, their quirks are like little tiny things. Some people get combinations. I'm already interested in this world. Sorry for talking so much. It's the first episode. I got a lot to process. Say it out loud helps me keep in the information. So, like, the anatomy is a little different too. Let me tell you what, guys. I am prone to crying if a good emotional scene happens. So maybe the show could get me. Aww, that's really sad. Of course you can, Deku. We got faith you're gonna surpass All Might. You're gonna be the greatest superhero of all time by the time the show ends. Is his mom still alive? Haven't gotten any of the parental situation in modern times so far, so I wonder what the situation's like. Normally, a main protagonist of anime would have a dead mother. Oh. Oh my god! Some weird tentacle porn already? Oh, the animation is great. That had come to be. Is it All Might? I would assume that All Might has to have like a giant target on his back at all times. He's either gonna get saved or his power is finally going to appear. Probably get saved though. That is All Might right there. No disrespect, I didn't mean to call him a villain at first. I'm loving the music so far. Anime never lets me down with the music. He's gonna meet his hero in the first episode. That is definitely surprising. Dude, the way he's animated like a Greek god. So he also, like, what's it got? He's like the Shazam movie where he's sort of just like he's kind of smaller, and then he turns his power on, and he's this giant beast of a man. So what are his powers? Is his powers like everything, or is it just like the classic Superman? Oh my god. Oh my god, he's animated like SpongeBob. Love how fast-paced this opener has been. Feels like a couple of shows might like stretch it out to be a couple episodes. Oh, shit. Maybe his power has a trade-off. Can't use his power for that long. Maybe. Didn't seem that long, but... I love this voice. I think it's one of the core traits of classic anime protagonists, but one of my favorite traits in a character is determination, which is something that I believe Deco will have tenfold. Determination, and my number one trait in a character is capability. I bet even like the police force, or like it's all supers or quirks. Oh, I've got goosebumps already just from the music and the. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me get a feel for this ending as well. Maybe discuss a little while I listen to it. I also like a show where that has the narration from a main character in it, because obviously, like, Deku's not gonna die anytime soon. So I like hearing little tidbits of that. The ending's okay. Although when it comes to music, especially openings and endings of anime, I need to watch it a couple times to get my full opinion, so to speak. I like the ending more than the opening, I think, on the first watch, though. Okay, guys, that was the pilot of My Hero Academia. I gotta say, that was fantastic so far. Um, I don't really know. So I want to preface this. I want to give a little history real quick, just for a couple seconds. I have not watched a lot of anime. Right off the top of my head, Death Note was the first show that I ever watched. I've watched Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man. I'm watching Monster right now. Serial Experiments Lane. Your Lie in April. I think that's all the anime that I've watched, and I've seen Spirited Away. Okay, just for people who are looking for other stuff on the channel, at some point I will be doing all the Studio Ghibli movies as well. But all that being said, I would probably classify myself as not a noob to anime, but someone who is I'm not as experienced as I would like to be. I also want to say I do have a film major. I love all types of TV. Specifically anime. My favorite show of all time is Attack on Titan. Vinland Saga is my third or fourth favorite show of all time. So, oh, and I've also watched One Piece. One Piece is probably like maybe slides into the top 20, maybe the top 15. But I've watched a good amount of TV. I have so much more stuff on my list, but sorry. All that being said, the first episode, I'm gonna be honest, I do tend to yap a little bit for first episodes, just because it's something new. I will calm down, so to speak, as the series progresses. But I really liked that. I mean, I haven't really heard. I said I heard mixed signals about it, just in my short conversations prior to watching this, and it's exactly like what I kind of expected, just from like looking at a couple characters, where it's your classic shonen. It's got that determination, and the main character, you know what I mean, is the a fantastic, like persistent, slightly annoying at times, but always I'm emotionally invested in them, in their success and their journey. Is it a little goofy? Sure, but that's just what anime is. To be quite frank, I mean, I feel like 99% of animes are goofy and quirky, pun intended. Um, and I'm not really a huge comedy fan, but also I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? I'm interested in this world that they've built. Obviously, superheroes, especially nowadays, such a played out genre. But you know what I mean? Like, just because something is played out doesn't automatically make it bad. You know what I mean? If you force me to watch 10 out of 10 superhero movies in a row, I'm not going to buy the 10th one and be like, oh my god, this is so bad, it's so repetitive. No, it's still a 10 out of 10. So I am very intrigued to see where this goes. Um, I, I like Deku so far. I wouldn't really say anything specific has maybe pulled him away from the classic anime protagonist so far, but obviously it's the first episode. I don't want to judge the entire series just based off my first 20-minute feelings about it. Um, I'm interested in everything. I'm interested in the world. I'm interested to learn to the origin of quirks, because I would assume that that has to be something that is brought up. I hope that we learn more about the world and how normalized quirks are. I was talking about it a little bit during the episode, but just really imagine if 80% of the population has quirks, and then let's just say let's do a clean split. Let's say 40% of the population has like game changing quirks. Because I mean, like Deku's mom, like moving small objects. Yeah, kind of mid. I don't know if you could be a. Well, let me tell you what. You can be a superhero with any power, um, and you can be a superhero with no power, as I'm sure we will see. But so let's just say 40% of people have like game changing huge powers. Um, that's a lot of goddamn people. Like a lot of people. So just imagine, I would assume that the entire police force uh is completely powered up. Even like elected presidents and elected officials, members of the government, almost all of them are gonna have quirks. You know what I mean? Just to especially like leaders of countries, just so to that symbol of power, to have someone with a power to be in charge. Doctors, I feel like doctors are going to have so many interesting powers. Even something like that small object power right there. Imagine a doctor with that. Get a bullet out of someone's body. Oh, that's very interesting. I love worlds that are completely fleshed out, and actually like the creators. I don't know who the author slash creator of this show is, or manga. I have to find that out. But depending on how much work and time they put in, like just think about how the world would interact with all of these quirks. I am hyped to see it. Thinking anything else? We've only really met four characters that episode. We met Deku's mom, whom I don't know if they're alive, probably dead considering it's an anime protagonist. But I'm sure I'll find out. Met All Might, and then Katsuki Bakugo. Please let me know what I should call him. Um, Katsuki is a cool name, if I'm pronouncing it right. Katsuki, something like that. But Bakugo sounds, I don't know, sounds more like a, I don't know, it sounds more anime to me. I don't know why. Um, but I'm hyped. I'm just looking at my notes if there's anything. Nothing really specific. That was a great setup episode, as any good pilot episode should be. I am hyped to see the rest of the show. I know that I did a quick look. It's just I don't want to get any spoilers, but I'm pretty sure that there's 5 seasons of the show. I think there's 4 or 5 seasons, and I think that there's 3 movies, or at least a couple movies. And I know that I don't have to worry about it until the end of season 2. I know the first movie I would have to watch is after season 2, so I'm on that. If anyone would like to drop the watch list, just so I can maybe pay attention to that as I go on, I would appreciate it. But I'm ready for the ride, man. I'm ready for it. I hope you guys join me. I am really excited to see how this goes. Um, this is one of the most popular animes in modern times, so I definitely want to join in and see what it's about, see what I'm missing. So let's get into it. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full-length uncut reaction up on Patreon. And if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I will see you guys next week for the second episode of My Hero Academia.